Morning, everyone. For Tuesday, December the 10th, 2019. Again, I am your host, Chi-Town Zone. And with that being said, good morning to each and every one of you. Where we are following some breaking news this morning, where I'm sure many of you are aware that Democrats have reached articles of impeachment, and they are expected to introduce these articles of impeachment starting at approximately 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where many of us, of course, will be watching. But of course, we know, as I've said, and many others have said, this is all a sham. It's a complete farce to try to get President Trump impeached, where many of you already know, that the Democrats are basically now trying to impeach President Trump based on obstruction and abuse of power. Never mind quid pro quo or bribery. That's already out the window after that's been completely proven to be an entire farce. That entire testimony of Vindman, Soundland, and every one of them was based on nothing more than hearsay and opinion. Again, but of course, I will be leaving links in the description box below where you can read further into this yourselves, guys. But of course, the article here goes to read: House Democrats are expected on Tuesday, of course, today, to introduce articles of impeachment accusing President Trump of abuse of power and obstruction of Congress based on their inquiry into whether President Trump should be removed, of course, according to the articles of based on his activities toward Ukraine. And of course, it's no surprise, guys. We know that Adam Schiff, Gerald Nadler, and I believe Nancy Pelosi are expected to speak about 9 a.m. sharp, where they are expected to introduce these two articles of impeachment once again, where we know that these articles are quite lengthy. But of course, I will be leaving the links in the description box below where you can click on this yourself, where you can read further into this. But this is nothing more than a sham, as many of you already know, and it's not fair at all. But of course, we're going to continue to do our very best to monitor this as well. But how many of you yesterday, during the opening of yesterday's hearing, where Jared Nadler was speaking, and of course, a protester was actually in the seating area and began shouting down the Democrats. Of course, I will be leaving a link in this as well. It kind of caught me off guard for a second there, but it's all just proven to be exactly what it is. This is some of the protesters' words. I couldn't make out what he was saying at first when we were watching it live as it was happening, but the protester was shouting things like, "This America is sick of the treason committed by the Democrat Party. We're not going to sit here and watch you run an impeachment scam and remove our vote." That's exactly right. I mean, the Democrat Party has been doing nothing but trying to overturn the votes of the American people by trying to get a duly elected sitting president removed from office, and it's not fair at all. But of course, I will be leaving links in the description box below for all of this. But of course, this is breaking news again. We know that the Democrats are expected to introduce articles of impeachment at approximately 9 a.m., where they are expected to hold a press conference again. But of course, as always, I will be doing my best to monitor this. And again, this is just absolutely ridiculous. It's not going to overturn who I'm planning on voting for come 2020 again. But with that being said, of course, if you'd like to keep up on further headlines or any breaking news, do feel free to subscribe for further updates. And be sure to hit that little bell so whenever a video is uploaded, you will be notified. But with that being said, again, you guys, I am your host, Chi-Town Zone. And please do stay tuned. And God bless.